And welcome back, my friends. Thank you very much for standing by. Hopefully my mic sounds okay. Wire was coming out. So, Super Smash TV on the Super Nintendo. Wow, it's loud. Sorry about that. The volume seems to be all over the place. This is a game I've never beaten. I'd really like to. Don't really expect it'll happen. And look, it even has a hard difficulty. My goodness. Good luck. You'll need it. I haven't played this in quite a while. If you thought I was rusty at Splatterhouse, you haven't seen anything yet, my friends. No, I saw that thing coming from a mile away. I saw it coming from so far away, and I was thinking to myself about exactly how I was going to dodge it. And then when the moment came, I wasn't up to the task. I can't go out the right. I can't go out the right. That's fine. Dead again. Ooh, can I pick this up without dying? Okay. They put that power up suspiciously close to that, mine. Oh, you can't blow up the mines when you're invincible. I didn't remember. I'm not surprised that that's the case, but I didn't remember either way, and it's, disheartening to discover it all over again. No! I was focused on those bombs. I'm bleeding lives. Wow, those Beyblades sure didn't last for very long, did they? It said collect 10 keys when I came in here. I don't know if I'm really stuck in this room until I collect 10 keys, or if... No, because I didn't. There's no way I got 10 keys. Okay, so that's just general advice, because I know there's like some kind of secret or bonus that you get if you collect all the keys. Or I guess maybe if you collect 10 of them. 10 doesn't seem like very many for as many of them as show up in this game. Just from what I've seen, I feel like 10 keys is nothing. What am I gonna do? I don't know how I'm still alive. I'm not. Oh, it's so difficult, this game. First game over incoming. We have a raid coming in. It's our good friend Angelus. Hey, thank you for the raid, my friend. What was on the menu tonight for your stream? Tell us all about it. What it was, how it went. Always a pleasure to enjoy your company, my friend. Welcome to Smash TV. Mega Man 2. Does that mean Mega Man Maker or Mega Man 2 Hack? Finishing up a Mega Man 2 ROM hack. Hopefully a good one. Hopefully it treated you well. Nothing too janky or punishing. Big prizes. I love it. That's the title for the stream tonight, my friends. Big prizes. The stream titles always mean basically nothing. There's some usually just the word retro and then some arbitrary second word that might have some tenuous connection to the game we're playing. My stream titling convention is it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's not very well thought out, but it's been this way for so long I don't really plan to change it. Sometimes I give a stream a title that makes sense, but usually there is very minimal thought put into it. Out of my way, I'm risking my life for a 1-up. I did get that 1-up. I still ended up dying a few moments later, but it was all worth it. The 1-up and the death were actually not directly connected. Those tanks are glass cannons. They have no health. That's shocking to me. You know, if I were smart, I'd probably try and practice this game on easy. I don't really know what the difference between the difficulties is. I think it's probably just number of lives or continues you get, or both. I've never actually experimented. It's good. Oh, sorry, Angelus. I definitely want to read what you have to say there. It's just, it's a tough game to look away from. The boss music from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I remember that game having good music, but I don't know the music well enough to hear it, like, in the CD player in my head. It was a surprisingly good remix.
Contestant 1.
This is a video game version of the Running Man. It's really, it's heavily inspired by it from what I hear. I mean, it sure looks it. I can see the inspiration. I'm somewhat familiar with the Running Man. Never played this game, but I've seen videos on it and heard it's tough. It's super tough. Super tough. Like, it's one of these, it's a game that I sincerely doubt I'll ever beat it. You know, not that I'm the greatest ever, but I've beat some pretty tough games and completed some pretty tough challenges, but this game is just, it's out of this world with the difficulty. I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just there's so many projectiles to avoid, and there's so many enemies, and you're stuck in every room for so long. The peanut is my least favorite weapon. That's this weapon. This is the peanut. I don't know what else to call it. The symbol that you pick up to get it looks like a peanut, so I call it the peanut. I guess they're probably grenades, but you know, once you develop a name for something, it's hard to change. No, I was trying to get the spread shot. All your weapon upgrades being on a timer is also something that's really difficult. I mean, I don't think it's really a timer. I think that they have an ammo count to them is what it is, and they just run out. But if it were a little bit more like Contra, where your weapon stayed with you until you died or picked up another one, I feel like that would go a long way toward making things a bit more reasonable. I get that, you know, it's not like that because the game doesn't want to be reasonable, but I like the rockets. I think the rockets are a good weapon. Oh, why? Why did it have to spawn from... there are 4 doors. I'd have to spawn out of the one I was walking by. Sure would like that spread gun that the boss is sitting on top of. Ooh, or that invincibility. Why the boss is sitting on top of every upgrade? There are a few safe zones. Like, if I stand up here, this guy can't really get me. But I can't hurt him either until I pick up a weapon. See, my regular bullet just bounces off of him. He's not dead yet. Don't fall for it. This game is amazing. It's hard. It's way too hard. You'll hear me complain about that all the time, but it's still an awesome game. Not only do I hate the peanut, but the level 2 boss, the peanut is, I think, the only thing you can attack him with. Because his weak spot is got a wall all the way around it, so you have to be able to throw bombs, like, over the wall to hit him. No way! Love it. I love all the voice lines. It can still kill you while it's dancing around like that, too, even. Doesn't help there isn't a health bar for the boss, either. It's always nice to know how many more times I need to hit it. Some big boss before it goes dead. Yeah. Toaster bonus. Automobile bonus. Super VCR bonus. Not just a VCR, a super VCR. Cash bonus. All of our points are meaningless, though. I mean, I wish it were one of those situations where, like, a particular score would get you extra lives or credits, but so far as I've discovered, that's not the case. Orbs. Whenever it says bingo, it always makes me think of Luigi from Mario Kart 64. And the way he'd say, bingo, ho 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 ho. It doesn't sound like him, but I think of it whenever I hear it. Yeah, it's a VCR powered by it's a It's an adapter. It lets you play VHS tapes on your SNES. Oh no. The items, like, because they disappear after a while. Right before they disappear, they blink to let you know they're about to disappear. But when they blink, like, they disappear so quickly after they blink that there's really just no chance. Film at 11. There's no way. Once you see it blink, there's no reason to go after it. Like, the blinking is just a sign that you should not go for it, because it'll just be disappeared by the time you get there. I guess, though, that technically is very useful information to receive, so I can't complain about that too much. Well, see, a lot of people are. You say kids these days would be like, "What's a VCR?" What I see, like, I overhear people all the time because I go to a lot of thrift shops or whatever. I guess I overhear people all the time talking whenever they see VHS tapes. They'll say like something like, "Oh, I don't have a VHS player," and it's like that's not what those machines are called. That's not what they were ever called. Or they just extrapolate backward from Blu-ray player and DVD player. That, oh, this must be a VHS player, but they don't know the term VCR. Some people, it's fallen out of usage so badly. And in fact, I'm sure that I myself even have called it a VHS player at some point, just from the influence of hearing that, because I hear it more than I hear VCR. I'm sure I've said it too, even. Probably should have waited a little bit before picking up that clear item. No, I just want the... Oh. I love it. That's the best. It's crazy this game takes place in the future, but it's a future where super VCRs still exist. They're super, but still, yeah. I love it. That's my favorite. That's my favorite vision of the future, right? Is the cassette punk aesthetic. Oh yeah, it's 1,000 years in the future, and everyone's still using analog and tape and DOS. Every screen's a CRT monitor. Yeah, RoboCop and Aliens. Great, it's great. It's the future we would have earned if we'd gotten the good ending back in the 80s. Oh, I'm still in the Splatterhouse 2 category? Thank you, Tuesday. Yeah, I didn't change that. It's probably, you know... I forgot the music continues when you pause in this one. Probably not that big of a deal, but we'll go ahead and change it anyway. Except I hit the raid button. If it suddenly turns into a different stream, you know Frownie did the wrong thing. He thought he was changing his category. Instead, he simultaneously rated every retro streamer currently live. The VCRs in the future sounds about right. Everyone knows the future is the past. Yeah, Bubsy 3D is still on the schedule. We're gonna play Bubsy 3D on Tuesday and Thursday this week. You're really playing with fire when you choose to try and use the shield offensively.
10 seconds. Contestant 1.
Yeah, so the plan for this week is Ape Escape tomorrow, Bubsy 3D on Tuesday, Jet Force Gemini on Wednesday, Bubsy 3D on Thursday, and Contra and Jump King on Friday. So, a lot of things going on. A lot of exciting things. Hopefully I don't miss any of those streams. I've been not as reliable as I'd like to be for the past several weeks. I just can't ever pick up anything. I am the worst. Beyblades, come to my aid. No, I had a little robot friend for a moment, but now he's gone. I can't believe I made it to that before it expired. Thread the needle, Frownie. Babe probably already rescued herself by the time we get up there. I mean, technically, the game doesn't say that she even needs to be rescued. It just says there is a smoking hot babe at the top. She could just live there. I mean, I don't even know. Jump King might not be going there to rescue her. He might just be going there to meet her. Which I really hope is the case, because Jump King doesn't have any combat abilities. So if he's gotta fight a boss, he's in for a world of hurt. The babe at the top could be the boss. There's so much I don't know. What a twist. Yeah, you said the same thing I did. Great minds. I am being demolished. Just absolutely demolished. I really want to play this with, so I have this game on several platforms. I've never beat it on any of them. We've played it on the Commodore 64, we've played it on the NES, the Genesis, the Super Nintendo. I also have it on the PlayStation 2, and I really want to play the PlayStation 2 one, because I want to be able to use the joysticks to play it. Like the Super NES controller does a good job, like almost being like joysticks, but it's still not the same thing, right? You know, it's very there's a gap between what you can do with 4 buttons and what you can do with a true analog joystick. So I really, and we have played it with joysticks a little bit, but it was with the NES joysticks, which again are not like, they're joysticks, but they're not analog joysticks. They just put a stick on top of the 4 buttons, so that's not the same. That's not the same either. But it is a pretty good way to play it. The NES with the 2 advantage controllers is a fun way to play the game, and perhaps easier than the SNES. I don't know. I only experiment with it a little bit. But anyway, I could play this game that way with the analog sticks, but I'm scared that if I play that one before I beat this one, it'll ruin this one for me and I'll never go back to it. So like I kinda wanna stick with this version until I beat it. The Genesis version I don't have a hope, because like trying to do the Genesis version with the 2 like Genesis D-pads when you can't even hold the controllers in a way that makes sense is really rough. Like my copy of this game on Genesis is really just a kind of a useless novelty. It's not really something I feel like I'm ever going to be able to get as much use out of it as I'd like. But this one I feel like I should be able to like get it together and be able to beat this game. And so I'd like to, ideally I would do that, and then I would reward myself with the PlayStation 2 version afterward, but I don't know. Actually, I don't know. The PlayStation 2 version might not be the reward I think it is, though, because it might not run very well. Because Ghosts and Goblins on the PlayStation 2 actually doesn't run very well at all. So just because it's a simpler arcade game ported doesn't really necessarily mean that it's a good version. No way. I could be in for a disappointment. Ghosts and Goblins is really disappointing on the PS2. Come on, I only have 2 letters in my name. It won't accept only 2 letters. There we go. Agent Frown. Wow, that took longer than I thought. Letting the story play out for those interested. Be prepared. The future is now. You are the next lucky contestant. Let's go.
Good luck.
I do not believe that this game is balanced for how many people are playing it. I fully expect that the game is exactly the same on 1 and 2 players, and it's just when you're 1 player, it's just too bad. You just get punished for not having any friends.
Good luck. You'll need it.
It's not even an insult. That's just a fact. What? I picked up the... Didn't I pick up that bomb? I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. I don't buy that for $1. It's nice of those guys to just freeze just for a moment while I eliminate enough of them to be able to move. No! Stop spawning where I'm walking. That's the most I've ever paced myself with the spread gun. Meet Mr. Shrapnel. We've already met him. He's been in a lot of the rooms. No. I picked up a robot buddy and it was gone immediately. Hey, that was great. A room clear? I don't even know what to make of such generosity. That room went surprisingly well. Bonus prizes.
Big money! Big prizes! I love it!
That's my favorite part of the game. I wanted that other spread gun. Nice. But it was too close to the mine, is what I was trying to say. Uh-oh. I'm lucky I was just barely out of range of that guy's bat. Bingo! Ho 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 ho! I gotta stop. I gotta stop saying the same things all the time. But I can't help it because the same things play in my mind all the time. I'm not thinking any of this stuff up, you see. I'm just relaying to everybody what is playing automatically in my mind. Tank trouble. Oh, rip the deathless run. I'm pretty sure that's the first. I'm pretty sure that's the first death. We were on a crazy run there for a while. No, I thought I was gonna get my life back. It'd be like I never died at all. Sorry. I picked up a life. If I trade a life for a life, it's not that bad of a situation. There's another dude. That's what that dialogue means, that voice line. It's not that he's excited. He's not using the term dude as a exclamation of excitement. It's a literal. You got an extra life, so you picked up an extra dude.
I'd buy that for $1.
He believes it. This boss always reminds me of Krang. Give me a good power-up and put it somewhere where I can pick it up, please. It didn't either. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get those rockets. This is a cruel joke. Wow, he actually came up high enough in the arena that I think he would have hit me. He's coming for me. I would like that rocket, please. Hey, Tommy, welcome in. Hope you're doing well tonight. Fried. I got fried. See, the big problem with the peanut and why I can't stand it is that it arcs up over top of everything. And a lot of times the only way to hit anything with it is via ricochet. And life is tough enough without having to plan all of your shots like you're playing pool. How goes Project Bubsy? Project Bubsy is going to continue on Tuesday. Tuesday night and Thursday night I've set aside for Bubsy. Definitely looking forward to picking it back up. But just want to make sure that we're not completely neglecting all of our other projects. Now that we're at the last Bubsy game, and it's going to be a long journey, I'm okay with spreading it out a little bit and enjoying it over time. I still like Bubsy 3D. It hasn't gotten bad yet. I mean, it's bad, but I'm still having fun with it. It hasn't done enough awful things to make me hate it. I actually, for a moment, you will never believe that I thought something so foolish. I actually thought for a moment that we might make it out of here with several lives still left on our first credit. I'm down to 2 now, and probably gonna game over before much longer. So that I know that gotta sound extra foolish to you, but I thought I might do all right. But I really did. If I'm being honest, I really did think I was gonna do all right. The guy did not want me to get that invincibility. Something with the spread gun is that it seems to pull the boss toward you. You would think it should push them away, but it really, honestly, seems to do the opposite. Alright, that was a 1 credit stage 1. That's about as good as I can hope for. I think the only way I'd ever have a prayer at beating this game is if I put in a second controller and I press start right before I lost my last life on my first guy. If I cheated, that's the only way I think I'm ever gonna beat this game. I would never do that, but you know, I had a bomb strapped to my chest and the only way to defuse it was to beat Smash TV, that might be the only way I could save my life. I don't have a list. When it comes to, games that I really like, I'm not very familiar with the experience of, having a game that I really love that I'm not able to beat. Usually if there's a game that I can't beat, it's usually one I don't like to begin with. most every game that I really love, I'm pretty decent at. Right? I can at least beat it, if not do it well. But this this may be the game with the greatest disparity. Like when you compare like my affection for the game compared to my skill at the game. Like my affection is so high and my skill is so low. I don't think any other game lines up in the same way. I mean, there's might be something, but I can't think of what else lines up in the same way.
Money! Big prizes! I love it!
Oh, nice. We have another raid coming in. I'll pause here between the waves. There's a Bubsy Endless Runner. Is it available on the Switch? Schutzwolf and Company, welcome in. It is. We'll see. We'll see. I might hold off on some of the other Bubsy games. I want to do Bubsy 3D, but I think I might be done with Bubsy for a while after that. Maybe I'll consider coming back to some of the other ones if I can ever get a hold of a way to play the Jaguar game. Because I hear wonderful, terrible things about that one. So maybe if I find a way to do the Jaguar game on the stream, we'll do Bubsy Marathon Part 2. And I'll include some of the more modern games. There you are, Schutzwolf. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in and welcome to your friends. Playing Smash TV. I love this game. I'm really bad at it. So we're not going to get very far. This is kind of a hopeless endeavor with a game I really like, but a game I will never beat. Looks like you're playing Baldur's Gate 3. I hope that treated you well tonight. Night's been pretty good for me. I made a bunch of attempts at Splatterhouse 2 for a Deathless run. I didn't get it. I had one run that was really good. I made it really, really far. Like, next to last stage, but I blundered, and then I didn't do anything else quite so good. But it's alright. We'll get there. Hopefully, eventually. So it's not really a night of achievements, but it's you know, things are going well. I'm having fun. I'm playing games I like. I don't have to beat everything I play to have a good time. Doesn't mean I don't want to, but sometimes just have to be okay with what is, not what might be. It sounds so negative. I'm trying to spin my thoughts positive, and it's just not coming out that way. No one will believe me. I don't believe me. Yeah, there's a Bubsy game for Jaguar. Someone told me, a couple people have told me that it's worse than Bubsy 3D, which is, you know, notoriously bad. Though I'm kind of enjoying it. But yeah, I've heard that it's kind of like Bubsy 1 but way worse. The Zerling says the Frownie's need to clear challenges and beat certain jank games are how he has a not good time typically. Well, what is agony if not just another flavor of fun? Thank you for the wheel, Tommy. Let's clear this room and then we'll do it. Never mind, I died. We'll pause. We have another raid. It's a double raid. Not quite simultaneous, but pretty close. Dollar Phil, welcome in. Welcome to Smash TV. How did R-Type go? Was tonight the night? We'd love to know. We're actually going to spin the wheel and have something spicy here real quick. Oh no! That's not what I want to see, my friend. What did we land on? It is... Ooh, jalapeno lime hot sauce. Let's go. It's not very hot, but, I mean, that's a combination that's hard to beat, right? All of the hot sauces on our wheel are from this set of little miniature bottles called the Good Hurt Fuego, and they're pretty mild, but across the set, they will over time work their way up to being quite hot, I expect. But for now we're on the milder end, so they're more a joy than a pain. We're getting close, improving every time. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get it. Hopefully I'll be able to be there when you do. I know I haven't seen all the journey, but I've seen a fair chunk of it, and I feel invested. And I'm excited. I'm hopeful that when you beat it, you'll be able to get back to Contra Hardcore too, and we can see some more of that. Let's I'm spilling it. No. How do I get this to my mouth without getting it all over my face? It was a little more abrasive than I was expecting. That's why I set a paper towel down on my armrest here before I pour one of those, because I know I'm going to make a mess if I I mean, I made a mess, but at least I was able to pick that mess up without getting anything on my couch. Always plan ahead. That was more abrasive than I was prepared for. That sauce. It wasn't really that hot, but it was more sour than I thought it was going to be. More sour than I remembered it being. Yeah, I definitely feel like I've just had lime. Isaac didn't plan ahead. He got hot sauce on the couch. He had more skin back then. The plan is to finish hardcore and then play something easy. I definitely say I definitely say you'll have earned it. Thank you for that wheel, Tommy. That was a nice pick-me-up. Who's Isaac? This is Isaac, my co-pilot. He doesn't say much, but he's a big fan of the stream, and he's got the best seat in the house. Ever had Amazon sauce? It has a nice flavor. I can't say I have. I don't think I've ever had that one. I was playing some easy games tonight. Splatterhouse 2 and Smash TV. Splatterhouse 2. Splatterhouse 2 unfortunately went poorly for me. I did not get my Deathless run that I've been wanting. So the quest for that continues. And this game is so hard, I don't think I'll ever beat it. I love it. I love Smash TV. It's a fantastic game. But it's just way too hard. It's a green sauce, kind of mild and tart. The Amazon sauce? That sounds like what I just had. Sounds like my jalapeno lime sauce there. Right, the very mild heat, but yeah. It's a very sharp, sour punch. Sounds good. I always think that kind of thing would be good on fish. A little citrus and a little spice. On a nice piece of fish. Seems like it's pretty hard to go wrong. If it's hard for Frownie, it'd be impossible for me. Well, I mean... Not always, not always. I'm pretty good at some pretty tough games, but I have a very particular skill set, so... There's definitely games that are, like, hard for me that are easy for other people. I mean, this game is hard for everyone. I don't think there's anyone who would say that this game is really easy. Maybe they would, but this game is maybe extra hard for me because I don't play that many shooters. Human, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. Hope you're having a wonderful time. And I think I saw you, I think I saw a follow from you in the activity feed. Very grateful for that. Thank you. Yeah, much more of a platformer guy. That's my quintessential ideal of like all the when I think of a video game, I think of platformers like as like the standard. Other types of games are fun, but I'm very heavily a platformer guy. All the shooters that I like are ones where you control a human character. They're ones that people don't really think of as shooters, I feel like, because I like this and I like Gunsmoke on the NES. And they're both they're not spaceship games, right? They're walking around kind of shooters. Even though it's really only an aesthetic change. I mean, a lot of shooters don't have arenas like this, where you hang out on the screen without it scrolling. I feel like that's a little less common, but... I mean, Gyrus is like that. Gyrus is maybe another weird shooter, though. Your controls are so limited in that game. Or your movement, rather. Pretty much the same difference there. So if you have the little orb robot circling you, it fires an additional shot. And if you pick up a weapon power-up, the weapon power-up also applies to the orb robot, but it uses up your power-up twice as fast. So it's really a double-edged sword. Bingo. No. You can probably have a much better time at this too if you're good at like paying attention to like the pattern of like the way the enemies enter the room. Not that not that I know that there's a strict pattern. There might not be, but you know, if they haven't come in through one of the doors for a while, then like I feel like it's a safe bet that like, oh, I haven't seen a guy come in from there, so that door's probably gonna open next. Like, I'm not really good at thinking like that. I'm very short-sighted. I got lucky there. I got lucky that... No, that orb didn't get me. I really don't like kind of hanging out in the corner, one corner like this. It's too dangerous to go anywhere. Alright, this boss ruins me. Scarface, this boss is impossible. He's actually vulnerable to regular shots for to a degree, which is nice. Like unlike the first guy who's invincible to our regular bullets, but the thing is, like, only his like outer ring is vulnerable. And I think you have to hit his face, and you can only hit his face with the peanut. No other weapon can reach. So it's really a bad day trying to deal with this guy. This is actually going really well because the game's giving me a lot of peanuts. The game's giving me a lot of peanuts. It stopped giving me a lot of peanuts. Oh, rough.
10 seconds. Contestant 1.
I don't actually know if you have to eliminate the whole ring from around his body, or if you prioritize on his face, if you can wear his health down without destroying the ring. I actually have never figured that out. There's a lot I haven't figured out about this game, though. Please stay away from me. Please stay away from me. I asked you to stay away from me. He's just immediately steamrolling me. I don't have an opportunity to do anything. He won't get away from me. It's so bogus. You see why this is so awful? It's impossible. It's impossible. The only thing I can do is sit here and just bleed my lives away. He won't leave me alone. It's disgusting. As much as I do love this game, I actively hate this boss. I don't know. It's indefensible. There's nothing good about it. He just sits on top of you and he's so impossible to hurt. I'm sad. Oh. Life is bad. Life is so indescribably bad. I think I did get the answer to my question there. I think you do very much have to take out the entire ring around him, as well as his face separately. This is a good but brutal boss. You haven't learned him enough yet? I don't feel like there's anything to learn. We'll see. I'll keep playing it. I'm just gonna keep crying about it too, though. That's all I can do. Ugh, it's awful. What did I eat? 3 credits? That's why I can't ever beat this game, because even if I scrape past that guy, it doesn't matter. I have nothing left in the tank. Stage 3 is a farce. Oh, that was deflating. That sucked all the happiness right out of me. That's a lot of points we earned there. A lot of points we earned there. Alright. I actually don't know what the furthest I've ever made it into this stage has been. I've never seen the boss. But I can't even tell you how many rooms away I've been. I've made it a couple rooms into the stage, like maybe 3 or 4 of my very best run. And I've made it to this stage, like maybe, I don't know, maybe like 8 to 10 times. But I typically don't make it out of this room. So this is already one of my best runs ever now. I didn't actually pay enough attention to the map to know where I should go. I didn't remember that you were a, I didn't remember that you were a Smash TV enthusiast. So you're going... It's been so long since we've been here and since this game has come up. It's great. It's good to know. It's good to know I've got it's good to know I've got someone in my corner in case I get super desperate and want to ask for a hint that I'll never use. Liked it so much I made a completely new game for it for StarCraft 2. Get good. No, I refuse. I'll never get good. I keep mistaking the partner robot icon for the bomb shot icon. I keep picking it up, expecting to fire bombs, and this little robot shows up, and I'm confused every time. I need to get away from this door. I'd really like to get my way out of the. I'd really like to make my way out of this corner. Oh my goodness. That was a rough spot to live for so long, and I don't know how I did. Some of these rooms last an intolerably long time. How is anyone supposed to endure this? They never stop coming. The game's gotta be glitched, right? It's gotta be broken. I don't really think any of this is true. I just think it's unreasonable. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's not even over? What in the world? There was a pause. I thought surely that had to be it. Oh. That'd be my excuse from now on. Zergling told me to get good. That was a spoiler. Now I'm committed to being terrible. Oh my goodness. So you really did your research to with this one. I'm gonna have to hold out on the conversation for a few seconds until I lose this last life here. No, this one. Can't believe I survived that room. Some of these rooms are so short.
Big money, big prizes. I love it. Bingo.
I was really hoping it would give me a one-up or two before the enemies came in. Even now, after the enemies have come in, would be nice. No, I was on my way to the one-up. I thought that was the one-up too. Very sad it wasn't. Oh no! A wave of atoms rolling in. That was the luckiest. That was the luckiest invincibility grab that has ever happened in the history of video games. Not just this game, but every game. I really do wish I was playing with twin sticks. I really do wish, because it's with the buttons, even though they work like the sticks, it's psychologically very different to try and use them. Because it's hard to jump from aiming directly at one side to another with the sticks, or with the buttons, in a way that it's much easier to do with sticks. For me, at least. With the buttons, I feel obligated to rotate my thumb all the way around the pad to turn around. I feel like there's more to it as well, but that's the one thing I can think to. Thank you for the GG. I think that was from Waz. Yeah. Hey, Zaylin. Welcome in. Alright, let me pause here. Came with the Phil raid. How's Smash TV treating you? I'm actually on the best run of my life. I'm not gonna beat it, but this is the furthest I've ever made it. Easily. Oh, let's go. You're just thinking the same thing I was. Last arena, question mark? So that's gonna be the last one for me, sadly. Look at how many landmines they put in this one. I'm having a real hard time threading the needle between these mines. No. I knew it was coming, but... Every single time I pick up this item, I think it's that other thing that looks like it. Every single time I think it's those other bombs. How am I still alive? Every single time. Even this time, I thought it was the other thing. I just don't know what anything looks like. This is it. This is the other thing. Finally. Well, that wasn't my problem recognizing this one. My problem was recognizing the other one. No, I thought I was gonna get that guy. Well, that was it. That was my best run ever. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If only that awful Scarface were not so terrible. If only that one boss were a little less terrible. I'd have a few more lives and we would have fun. Well, look at that. I'm the top of the leaderboard. I just got the highest score that anyone has ever had at this game. I'm worldwide #1. I didn't even have to beat it. Maybe I should just retire here. I mean, you saw it yourself. That it's a definitive leaderboard. Oh, what a night, my friends. I hope you've had a good time. We're gonna head out. We're gonna head out with a raid. We will play more Smash TV. This also we'll play again next week. Yes, Frownie. Surely no one has ever played better than that. I mean, you saw. It was a. I didn't make that leaderboard. Well, we'll head out on a raid, my friends. If you'll just give me a moment to see who's live and what they're doing, I'll try and pick something good for us. See you next stream, Frownie. Good night. Good night, chat. So we should be back tomorrow. The plan is... The plan is to play Ape Escape tomorrow. I'm going to try and start up around 11 p.m. Central Time, give or take. and just play Ape Escape for as long as I can make it. I'm excited to get back to that game. It made a very good first impression when we picked it up before, but I'm just right at the beginning. I've only played about 2 hours of it. And we'll be playing more Bubsy 3D on Tuesday. So next couple streams tomorrow night: Ape Escape, Bubsy 3D on Tuesday, and Jet Force Gemini on Wednesday. That's what's in the immediate future. If all goes according to plan, should start around 11 p.m. Central each night. So hopefully I'll see you for some of that, my friends. I'm going to send us in the direction of Scone, playing one of my favorite games. Yoshi's Island, and going for 100%. Playing it with the joystick controller, too. Scone plays everything with a joystick controller, which is its own special breed of agony, I would imagine. It would be for me. It would be for me. I can't handle joysticks. See you tomorrow, Frownie. See you, Zergling. Thank you. Thank you, Angelus, Greg. Thank you, everybody. Be well until I see you again. Hopefully that will be sometime soon. Just a minor heads up, Scone stream, usually a little bit more loud than mine, I do believe. There's some adult language in this direction, so minor heads up about that, just in case it's an issue for you. But if you come along, I'm sure you'll have a pretty good time, my friends. I've had a great time with you tonight, but we're all out of stuff to do here. It's time to head out. Let's go on an adventure.